Clic, mort. Ça tue, ça blesse, ça flingue. Hey, hey, hey. Mort.
Hey folks, welcome back. It's week 20 of the Elite Golf Blueprint. It's me, Andrew Chadwick, your swing coach. And this week we're going to be talking about driver setup for accuracy. Last week we looked at driver setup for power and what we can be doing from ball position, setup in terms of pressure, and how we can then start to hit the ball a little bit further by making sure that we've got a power position or an athletic setup, and it's going to allow us to just swing freely and hit the ball further. This week, I want to talk about kind of what we can do for setup to be able to make sure that we're understanding how to be more accurate. Before we get into the video, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel, make sure you're staying up to date with our content. Make sure you're checking out some of our YouTube shorts as well. We do appreciate you being here. We hope you're going to learn some information and obviously help you play better golf. When we talk about driver accuracy, I really want to quickly touch on what it means to be more accurate. And more often than not, we're hearing fairways in regulation, we're talking about strokes gained when we're hitting the fairways, and there's a big debate about whether or not hitting it further and missing the fairway is still better than hitting the fairway being slightly shorter. When we're talking about just strokes gained, hitting the fairway, we want to be as accurate as we possibly can. There is a benefit to being able to hit it further, but let's just make sure we're hitting it in the fairway first, and then we can start to add some distance, and obviously if we're strong enough, we can obviously play different kinds of golf. But if we talk about strokes gained hitting fairways or fairways in regulation, we need to understand two things. Number one, our shot pattern. Do we play more of a fade bias shot or do we play more of a draw biased shot? The second thing we need to look at is what hole are we playing? We take into account dangers, whether it's hazards like bunkers, water, and being able to, or slope of a fairway, for example, and then be able to understand, well, if my shot pattern is this and the hole calls for different, how can I play this hole and still be in the fairway, add to my fairways in regulation, and give myself the best chance of playing the best golf I can? To expand on that a little bit further, if I play more of a fade biased shot, I don't necessarily want to aim down the middle of the fairway. If I've got a 40-yard wide fairway and I aim down the middle, playing a fade, I've got 20 yards of fairway to work with. Again, 40 divided by 2 if I'm aiming down the middle is 20, but I play a fade bias shot. Now, if I've got a shot dispersion of, say, 25 yards, I'm potentially bringing in 5 yards of rough to my shot pattern. So now I need to say, well, hang on a minute, if I play a fade, I've got a 40-yard fairway, I can aim down the left side of the fairway and have 40 yards right, play my normal shot, not have to feel like I'm manipulating my swing at all, and I can hit the fairway 9 times out of 10. So understanding what your shot pattern is number one. And number two is understanding what the hole calls for and how I can change my shot. So again, going back to the example of playing a 25-yard fade, I would probably say to someone, hey, if you play a fade, let's aim down the left side of the fairway and play a fade, because we're opening up the fairway to have more of a miss if it happens, but it frees you up to swing your swing and you can hit the shot that you want. Same thing with the draw. If you've got a more of a draw biased shot, we would probably say let's aim down the right side of the fairway to be able to then hit a draw back into the fairway, into the middle of the fairway, or to the left side of the fairway. For a right-handed golfer, obviously left-handed is the opposite effect. But let's take a hole, for example. I can stand here, I'm actually here on the foresight, and I'm at the 14th at Pebble Beach. It's a dog leg right, so I'm playing a fade at the minute. This suits my shot shape. But if I look at the fairway here, it's going to slope to the right. There's bunkers down the right and the left. I know I need to aim down that left side of the fairway because I'm going slightly uphill and then it's going to camber to the left. I'm going to aim further left, play my fade, bring it back to the right side of the fairway and let it run out. That's my shot shape and that's the kind of pattern I want to play. So now I'm going to say, well, if I need that, I'm going to aim further left to play more of my fade bias shot. So if I get a 15 to 20 yard fade, I know I'm going to be in the middle of the fairway. So I can adjust for that. If you're not on a simulator, here's how you can do it. You stand behind the ball, you pick a target in the distance, knowing kind of where you want it to start, and then you set yourself up accordingly to it. And so if we've got an example for some alignment sticks. Got some alignment sticks here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to place them down here. and here. Okay, now I can set my club up on my intended target line, and I can set my feet up slightly open to that target. So playing a fade, obviously square club face, slightly open stance, swing across the ball with a square face. Face is going to be open to the path, and away we go. If you haven't seen any of our previous videos about playing a fade or playing a draw, go ahead and check those videos out. It explains this perfectly. So now what we're saying is, I'm going to aim down the left side of the fairway, my club can be square to that target, and my feet are going to be slightly open to that target, and it's going to allow me to swing across my body and play the fade that I want. All I really need to do out on the golf course is stand behind the ball, pick my target that I'm going to aim at, step in, square my club face to that target, take my stance, and slightly open my stance. Now I've got a square club face to the target, an open stance to the target, and I can make my normal swing across my body like I want for the fade, and it's going to produce it. So we should see this one when I hit it now. It's going to start left of this white line in the middle of the screen, and it's going to finish to the right of it. That's the aim, okay? I'm going to just move it over slightly. I would want it slightly further left than that. That would be more my intended target now. So I'm aiming at that bunker down the right side of the fairway, the left side of the fairway, to bring it back to the right. I can see that white line. So if I set my club up to that white line, I'm going to take my stance and slightly open it. Now from here, I'm just going to make my normal swing. And we're going to see it starts on the line perfectly. A little bit more fade than I would have liked, but it's going down that right side. It's going to bounce through the rough and into the fairway there. So the big thing here now, I didn't have to be aggressive with my swing. I didn't have to manipulate much. I saw a 29-yard offline shot, but again, I was playing a fade. It was the shot I wanted to see. And I've been able to start it on the line, hit my fade, get it into the fairway. So when you're playing driver for accuracy, it's not just about can we aim down the middle and hit a straight shot. Can we use what we have in terms of a shot shape bias, whether it's a fade or a draw, to play a golf hole? And that is the aim that we're looking for whenever we play golf. It's not can we just hit it dead straight down the middle. Use what you've got to your advantage. Aim down the left, aim down the right, play the shot shape that you normally play, and open up the fairway to be able to hit more fairways. Folks, that's this week's video. Pretty short, pretty simple. I hope this helps understand. I know I've got access to the foresight here, but if you're on the golf course or on the range, pick out a target, set your alignment sticks up, and practice playing those shots that you would normally play, and work on your dispersion, knowing that this is where I'm going to aim, and these are the shots I'm going to hit. Again, go ahead and like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back next week with another video for you for the Elite Golf Blueprint. I'm Andrew Chadwick. I hope you enjoyed that. Have a good one. Take care.